Whoops.
Yeah.
And
Find.
So, an interesting thing to note will be, if everything goes well, will be ending campaign 1 on session 66, which is interesting.
Nice.
Hey.
Oh, we need to drag it out for like 3 more sessions, guys.
Yeah.
I will
or-
murder all of you.
Not if I
Just-
murder me first.
You've already
you
tried so many
have-
times and you failed everyone.
There
No.
still has a chance. Don't worry.
I killed one, and there are 2 with 0 on the ground, so you hold your horses.
I'm still alive. Fuck you.
Listen, you
I've
already
been
killed
at
her.
0 the most.
You're
Have
And that's
you?
saying this. I think so, actually.
No, you
I
don't.
think Jiro's
Jiro
been the
has
most.
So why am I all the way over here? I thought he was stomping on my face.
Do you not
are over there.
remember what you did?
Oh yeah.
Jesus
No, I did.
Christ.
Like,
But I do not
I think-
remember being moved.
Jiro's moments were like bad, but I think a lot of his stuff was just going up and down frequently. But more I've been knocked down heavily a lot.
I'll be right back.
I need to turn this music down a little bit. Stop.
Yes,
Stop
FJ.
fighting me.
Play the spooky music.
Oh, you want spook? I can
No,
play spook.
it just the start of the song is spooky.
Fantasy Grounds. Oh, why are you like this?
I am back.
It's time to roll that baited dice.
Yeah,
Let me just
Yeah.
we're gonna die.
starting.
I'm gonna die.
Listen, you guys are gonna die. I'm gonna live.
Oops.
Not if Edmund dies.
Yeah, well,
Well,
get over it.
Well, technically he's not dead.
you
Listen,
can get
I-
over it.
His services are just no
Listen.
longer needed.
Ryder can get over it real fast. I'm pretty sure there's a guy right over there who kind of wanted me in the first place.
Just throw yourself into the contractor like, here, please save me.
Here,
You have a few hours. You have like 2-3 hours before you glitter away. You'll be fine.
You're the contractor. Sign it now.
Let me check. Where's Discord? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Interesting. It's been a while, I think. FJ, what happened last time?
Oh shit! I got to do things.
Yes,
Oh,
Yay!
it's been a while.
That it has. And this is the shortest entry in my notes. So hooray! This was last time was part 2 of Electric Boogaloo Fight, where we were fighting this bastard, Diogenes. I think we started on the first phase where we took a very short rest, took 2 seconds to heal and buff up, and then we attacked him and the
Yeah, it was
I forget
like
the name
2
of the
turns.
yes, very long 2 turns. What was the name of the monster? The
Merilith?
The Marilith.
Marilith,
Yes,
thank
I was not going to
I was
remember
coming up
that.
with I was coming
One
up
of
with
the-
Naga, and I knew that was wrong.
That poor
Naga-
Merilith.
Nagas are like CR4 creatures. Probably even less.
They're snakes.
They're snakes.
I just remembered snake.
Did they have tomahawks?
God damn it. God damn it. God damn it.
They had
mean, they
skinny
could.
tars. It's different.
I mean, they could have a tomahawk. You don't know.
I'm going to remove your last remaining hit point.
No, please.
But yes, we continued to fight him and managed to get him down to a second phase where he turned big, got a whip, and started beating the shit out of us.
I'm pretty sure he's part Baylor.
Us
Possibly
being-
part Baylor.
Who knows? It's probably worse though.
Probably. Maybe a
I
little
mean,
bit.
lightning sword, funny fire whip. He's a Baylor.
He's actually Myotismon.
What?
Doesn't my respawn just use his claws?
He uses Crimson Lightning.
Oh yeah.
I'm Baylor for.
Those were words. But yes, that is what happened.
Digimon.
Wait, you don't know season 1 Digimon?
I don't remember the names.
I didn't grow up with Digimon. I'm sorry.
I don't remember the names.
I remember the music.
My response was the first big bad. He killed Angemon.
Mm-hmm.
I remember basically. The only thing that I remember is because they localized the opening song here in Brazil.
Oh, they did it to you too?
And the only
Ah,
thing that I
yeah.
remember is the
But
song.
it was actually
And the first,
a
like-
banger.
Yes, it was a banger. And the first like 3 notes of the DG transformation song. That's all that I remember. Just the,
Yep. Oh. I would have forgot the same one then, because like it was similar opening, just really good.
Digimon, digital monsters, Digimon champions.
yes, that's the rhythm. Yeah, we just changed the lyrics to be in Portuguese.
Hey, so we got the same one then.
Anyways, back to
It's
murdering
always
a
a
guy.
banger. Yes. And then other last thing was that we were about to, our 2 of our friends were about to die, and then they just fucking summoned a servant from unconsciousness, as you do.
Mhm.
Can.
All in a day's work.
It's
Yeah.
true. But yes, that is indeed what happened. Let me get the picture of this little friend that showed up. Where are the images? Here they are.
Ryder Smith.
Ryder, after being in the spotlight, I no longer have the spotlight. Give it back.
Get out of here!
Mom said it's my turn on the spotlight.
Where is
How
it?
dare you take all my shit?
Did I put it in PCs? Oh, I put it in PCs. That makes sense.
No. There can only be one servitor. That's me.
There they are.
There he is.
Silver Saber.
Yeah, I figured.
Silver.
For 1 second, you got me for 1 second. I thought I had written silver. You got me for a
Sliver.
second.
Sliver Saber.
Sliver,
Silver.
silver. Oh no.
Silver.
I
He
mean,
buffs
it would
all
be
their
accurate.
sabers.
Buffs all the sabers.
Sliver.
Yes, that is. I'm not gonna call him Baber because he is not the real Baber.
Silver Baber.
Silver
Either
Baber.
way, he's Bibber in my heart.
He's Baber
Saber.
in my heart.
Sliver.
Bibber.
He's Sliver.
This is labor.
It's labor.
Slaber.
Oh God.
Like Saber.
Silver.
That is
Silver.
that is way too close to something else, but okay. But yes,
Why does Fantasy Grounds not allow me to do the thing in Roll20 where you like hold the click button and it creates a circle?
Well,
I
there
am
you
very
go, You
depressed.
just said it.
you can
So
do
what
it if
can you
you
do?
hold both left and right mouse click and control. Then you can draw things.
You can't.
Not control.
Oh no, but that's not what I was talking.
Oh.
That's fine.
Oh.
That's kind of close. I didn't know
Yeah, kinda. I
And it
guess I could
goes
play around with it.
away? Oh.
But yes,
that. I'll give it.
Sorry,
you
I'm
all
done.
had
How do I delete this?
You just.
Larian. Why
left
did
and
I
right
enter
click.
stream to slaver? Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about
What was
it.
it?
It wasn't really slaver, but it's kind of slaver.
You can also be slave
a-
labor if you want.
Oh God,
It's
why?
that's what servants are. But yes, you had just finished the session when a young man with silver hair and one arm, more specifically missing his right arm, showed up and stopped Diogenes, now in his Baylor form, from stomping Jackson to completion. The silver-haired swordsman, as soon as he appeared, threw Jackson away from the conflict and stood its ground against the threat of the Baylor. It is, however, the ending of Diogenes' turn. But before I do pass the turn, Diogenes, you can't really tell because his face is distorted. His body is almost like rivers of lava flowing beneath the rock. So his once human-like face is now completely gone. It's just the face of a demon made of lava. And it's kind of hard to read expressions in this type of face, but it doesn't take much to realize that he is extremely pissed. He looks down at Saber. He cracks his whip on the ground right beside Saber, who does not move. And if he could produce any sort of liquid, he would be salivating. But you just see lava spill out of his mouth as he looks down on Saber and he says, "No, no, you're supposed to be Dagon Spet. What are you doing?" And
What did he say?
he said, "You were supposed to be Dagon Spet." At that, Saber just takes the position that he has on his token of just holding the sword in front of his face, and then flourishes it to the side, and he kind of still just focused on the Baylor, raises his sword and pulls his arm back, almost as if doing the Obi-Wan pose, but without the other arm in front, and just holds it there, looking at the creature while flames erupt around him. That's the end of Diogenes' turn. Dum Dum does not have a turn. Ryder, it's your turn.
All right,
Oh.
Ryder, you know, come, you know, he's gonna throw the trident at him. He's gonna use, and if it hits, he's gonna use a Prana Burst. So let's see. Papa.
That's 29, that does hit.
Woo!
All right, so I will add a Prana Burst. Let me figure out how to.
It's not that one. There's supposed to be a
There we go.
yeah, the purple one.
All right, and I was making sure to just click that off. So, but
Yeah.
Papa.
That is 34 damage.
Let me. I think that's. I don't believe I have haste, so I'm just gonna.
No, haste has
run
fallen
up.
off.
I'm gonna run right there.
Okay. I'm using the 3D camera, so it takes me a little while to get to things.
Are you doing that?
On the top right, where you see all of the button options for the map, there is a
Ah.
camera. You can click it, and it goes 3D.
Interesting.
I don't think my computer will be able to handle that.
It does
Oh,
take
God.
a lot, yes.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
And I'm
Not that
doing
bad.
that in 2 different instances of Pentagram, so yeah, my PC is chugging.
Why would you do that to yourself?
Because I like it, it's pretty.
Okay, you don't need it for the other one, just the one.
But it's
I
not
like-
even 3D. We're standing on top of a PNG right now.
Yeah, my guy, did you expect it to be full 3D?
I wonder if you can import a map.
You
that's full
cannot.
3D. Oh,
Anyways,
man.
since that was all I can do, that is me.
So
Can't
the...
Kick his shins is a free action.
Kick his shins is a free action. The trident of Poseidon flies through the battlefield and it lands on one of its shoulders. And as it does, you can just watch as steam pours out of it. Just almost in a cloud. And when the cloud dissipates from the consistent burning of lava and molten rock, Ryder is standing beside Diogenes with the trident in hand.
Oh, I wanted to have clairvoyance. Why
I-
do I have to be unconscious?
Before-
Ryder seems kind of bored. Ryder seems kind of bored when like just looking up at freaking Diogenes.
I'd expect that. Let me check because before your turn, it's going to use his legendary actions. I forgot that I have a button for the legendary actions. Don't I? Where is the button? Give me the button. There they are. Oh, it doesn't do what I thought it did. Whoops. Where is legendary actions?
Yeah, I just got a bunch of error messages.
Oh yes, please remember to do console skip.
Oh yeah.
You can actually put that in your bar, so whenever you click the button, it'll just do it.
It's been behaving.
I don't know how to do that.
So just type /console skip into the chat, then drag the chat onto the bar.
Onto one of the 12 slots.
You're hard.
Oh,
You're hard to bar.
What 12 slots are you referring to?
The hotbar
At the bottom of your screen.
Oh, shut up! I can do that.
Yeah,
Okay.
you can put stuff in there.
Multiple things.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, you can put sheets, you can put images, you can put notes, anything with a link.
that's neat.
I got several attacks on it.
You don't want to put that in there. You want to put /console skip. So type.
Oh, I just dragged and dropped. Sorry.
Yep, you want /console skip in the chat bar. Don't type anything else, then just drag that onto the bar.
I see.
Yep. Then you just have /console skip in the bar itself.
Got you. That was nifty. Thank you.
Since Diogenes is very pissed at specifically the new guy that showed up, he's going to punch the new guy that showed up.
Why was I targeting Jackson?
Fuck him up, Saber.
What is who?
Attack. That is a miss. There goes one of the legendary actions. Wait, what? Sure, there we go. The whip cracks on the direction of Saber, who just taps it away with the sword. Ichika, it's your turn.
Alright. Now is the time to roll an 8 or 7 on my damage dice.
Is it time to finally
To-
backslide?
Today's the day.
Is today
That's
the day?
times if I hit.
Today's the day.
Give advantage.
The hits.
Oh, that,
You can just attack twice.
I double clicked it by accident. Weird.
Both
Come
hit?
on, Nyax. Come on, Nyax. Today's the day.
Come on,
Today's the day.
kill him. It is your destiny.
Today's the day.
No.
Well, it's not a one.
Wait,
That's-
hold.
No. Huh?
You did 19 to him 4 times.
What?
4? What?
Yeah. Oh, no, wait. You dealt. Oh, I see what happened now. You were attacking yourself. So.
Oh, yikes.
Oh, why am I targeting myself? What? Oh, that's bad.
So wait, hold. You did 19 damage to yourself with the first attack.
Twice.
I was just targeting myself only.
And the
What?
target on him. The first,
I was-
the 21.
I was targeting him though at the time. What?
Let me check your thing. Yeah, both attacks would hit, so you do deal 19 twice to him. However,
I just need to
please do not.
undeal
Yeah,
the damage to myself.
please do not do 38 damage to yourself.
I do notice I was targeting myself. But I was also targeting him, so why didn't I do that? That's so weird.
I am unable to delete this.
Don't worry, I can do that. Doing this. There we go.
91 wounds. That's back to normal.
You fire the 2 arrows. They land on the soft part, which would be the lava part, and you see Diogenes. He physically reacts to being hit, but his eyes are still just completely focused on Saber in front of him.
If I got that 7 or an 8, but I never do.
But I never do. In between.
I don't have any bonus actions because I'm out of points, so that's me.
in between yours and the contractor's turn, Diogenes is going to try again. This time with the longsword. He rolled the exact same result, a 5. He goes for the whip from one side and raises the sword with the other hand, and as he goes to smack down, Ryder, you who are right next to Saber, and you are most likely the only one who can keep up with Saber's speed. You watch as his sword, which is like basic sword, there is nothing on it. There is no runes, there is no inscription, there isn't even any like royalty to it. It's just a normal sword. It just deflects and then pushes back against Diogenes. It's the contractor's turn. He's going to shoot Diogenes a lot of times.
Ridiculous. He would never do such a thing.
The guy who just has a big gun.
Fix bayonets.
Fix bayonets. Nope.
You know things are desperate when the shooty man goes fix bayonets.
Yes. Reinforcement is when you roll an attack roll. Yeah, I mean, he only has 1 point remaining, so why not? He's going to apply that to himself and shoot. That hits, so first damage. 24 reduced down to 21. Second attack. That hits, nice. He can hit with a 6. 25 reduced down to 24. Third attack. Ooh, baby, that's a crit.
Hell yeah. Bless you.
Thank you.
That is 31 reduced down to 28. So
Oh, shit. Hell yeah.
the contractor he drops to one knee and positions his gun in the best way possible to avoid any misfires. And as he shoots, you watch as pieces of the molten rock that form Diogenes' body just explode with each impact. And the final one, he lands like right in between the eyes, and Diogenes throws his head back before once more looking down at Saber, and the big rock that was his forehead is splitting too with lava flowing down. Before Jackson's turn, which is a very important turn because Jackson has to make a
Yes, Dave.
death save, he's going to attempt to attack Saber once again. Longsword. Diogenes, could you please roll above a 10?
No.
You're not allowed.
Please, Jackson, roll your death save.
Yes.
Did you not? Wait, hold.
They have been wiped. Yes.
Did it? Was it something that I did last time? Last time I don't remember.
I think so. I was keeping track of them, and now they're wiped. So
I don't have any death saving throws either, but I assume
Am I
that's because of Aspect of
stable?
Avalon.
I think I'm stable. Am I not?
No, you're not.
Let me There's no condition stable, is there?
No, but you're still. Let me check your thing.
Well, my death saves have returned to 0. So
Yeah, but you're still unconscious and prone.
yes.
I'd say since it seems to have something happened between sessions. I don't know what. I didn't mess with.
I believe it had something to do with them spawning the rituals that it made them both stable. I recall something about that, where there was some form of healing factor.
Okay.
Or it's something that kept them from dying instantly. That's what
Well,
I
yes,
So-
I'm not dead. So.
Yeah. So
No shit.
I would leave it up to you. If you want to roll dice, it's fine. If you want to just be there, it's also fine.
I mean,
Rolls a 1.
It would be fun.
Valerian's asking if Edmund spent a command seal. No, he did not.
I mean,
We-
Gianna's gonna have a turn, isn't she?
We interrupted that to do the summoning.
Yes.
Um,
Was it
So-
used it?
Yeah, so if I fail miserably, Gianna can get me up.
Yes.
so can I.
Up to you.
Yeah. I'll roll it. It's more fun this way.
Go ahead.
With
Don't
Saber
roll a
turning
one.
Back, you just
Flip the
into a
tail.
ball.
Shabloop.
That's a
A success.
That is a success.
Nice. In between yours and Saber's turn. God damn it. Hold. Okay.
Damage.
Saber takes 13 damage because of the fiery aura.
Kill him now.
Hold. I need to do
Fulfill
7 more
your
damage.
destiny.
He needs to consult the deep lore.
Yes.
Yes.
No, I was going to say that in between turns, he's going to do. Wait.
Yes.
He only used his first villain action. He didn't actually get to use the second one.
I think he's made 2 attacks against Saber, if that helps you.
No, yeah. Because those are legendary actions, not the villain actions.
Oh.
That's the one he does at the
Yeah.
the start of the round.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so he's going to spend his last remaining 3 legendary actions to do his second villain action, which is called Fiery Recovery.
Oh, that son of a bitch.
Each creature within 15 feet takes 3d6 damage. So,
Oh, I think I'm dead.
no, you are at 0 with no death saves, so you would just take some damage.
So you'd be at 1 failed death save.
You only take multiple if you are crit on.
That is 11 plus 11.
Oh, I had ticked it.
Uh,
Should I
Okay.
not have ticked it? It should be
You
at
sh-
1
You should
failed
not
save.
have.
Yeah, it should be at 1. Yeah. And Ryder, you take 2 because you have the ignore the first 8 points of fire damage. So please correct that on your sheet, and
All right.
it says you took 10. So he recovers 22 with 24 hit points.
That's fine.
That will be.
224.
I need to do math. Hold on. I'm gonna say the number, but it's a number plus 24 equals another
okay.
number.
I'm just saying, if somehow Saber does not eviscerate this man, I'm going to magic missile him to death.
Yeah.
Do you have a thunder shot?
No, don't do Gonder.
I'm not using Gonder shot. I am. This is shoot to kill.
Why not? Just use. Oh, Gunder shot doesn't kill?
It's an
Gonder
attack
can
roll.
miss.
Yeah.
Gonder shot's attack rolls.
Oh.
For better, it can proc poison, which he's immune to, and does like a little extra damage. I'd
So-
just rather hit.
Saber.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's your first turn, it's your entrance. You're being unfortunately played by me. Please do not disappoint too much.
Just kill people. That's
Okay.
fine.
So Saber's going to do 6 attacks because of Epic Action Surge.
Yes.
That's
Delicious.
glad to do it, I guess.
Good.
First attack,
Yes.
Eviscerate him.
that misses.
Fulfill your destiny.
Second attack, that misses.
No.
Third attack, that hits. It takes
Yes.
23 back from hitting the guy. And he deals
What the fuck?
13.
What the fuck is your servant do?
Fourth attack.
I don't know yet.
Are you fucking kidding me?
20.
It bounced on the 20. It's a 2. He gains
Yeah.
inspiration. He's going to immediately use that inspiration. Fourth attack. That hits. God damn it. Hitting this guy does so much goddamn damage. That's 9 damage. And the 6. Wait, wait, hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so 6 attacks. Saber pulls back on the sword and goes for multiple stabs at Diogenes, and you watch as his just plain old long sword strikes multiple pieces of rock before actually striking the lava and stabbing the soul, let's say, of the Baelor / Diogenes. And while Saber is still mute, Diogenes does say, "If you were his spawn, you would do better. You would do so much better." And that is Saber's turn. He for the briefest of moments, he turns to Ryder, nods, and moves to the side.
Ryder sort of like tilts his head and sort of, yeah, understandable. And why is my HP at 0? Hold on a second.
God damn it! You were a
Yeah.
93 and you took 2.
Yeah.
So you were a 91.
Oh, 9-1. No, not 191. 9-1.
There we go.
There we go.
All is right in the world.
That is Gianna's turn.
Jesus, Saber has a lot of HP.
Yes.
Saber takes my turn too. What the fuck?
No. Oh, also, I need to apply a thing to Saber to make sure that Epic Action Surge will recharge. There you go. Go ahead.
Okay. First things first. We are gonna. Oh boy.
Kill him.
I do not have the spell
Kill him
slot for this.
now.
Okay. First, I'm gonna move this way, so I am marginally closer to one of our downed friends. And then I will first. Let's do the healing first. I'll use a second level spell slot to cast Healing Word. This is my bonus action on the Jackson.
Yeah.
Blue.
Let me just move you. There we go.
There we go. Okay. +2 to the heal. Boop. Oh, that's shit healing.
It gets me up.
That's the minimum amount of healing possible.
Literal minimum amount. Okay, but now we're gonna do a 5th level magic missile, cause fuck this shit.
I don't think that is in lethal range. Yeah, it's not. But it's good.
I'm doing my job.
Damage is damage, my guy.
Okay, and then
Crit this magic missile. I believe in you.
because of how that works, I don't remember the upcast stuff. How does that work?
Which part?
The one where I do extra damage when I upcast spells. Forget the name of it.
Oh yeah, you do the level minus the initial level, right?
That sounds right.
Abilities. It's the craft focus.
Magic circuits.
Magic circuits. Yes.
Whenever you cast a spell that deals damage, you deal extra damage to the spell equal to the difference between the spell's level and the slot you used.
Yeah. So there's an extra 4 damage on each bolt.
Yes, good. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna expended on spend never, just so I don't have to keep reapplying it to myself again.
Yes.
Okay, here we go. So we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bolts going to his face. Here we go. Now it has a refined fucking magic missile.
I mean, considering magic circuits, there may be a chance that you kill him.
Well,
Do it.
here we go. 1. Did I have him targeted? Yes.
Yes, you do. 7, 9,
3,
9 again.
4,
Yes.
7.
5,
Okay.
Okay,
6.
you kill him.
Yeah.
I'm doing it anyway. 7. Fuck you.
This is why you always take shield, Diogenes.
Silly man. If only you had more reactions.
It's true. Please go ahead and tell me what happens.
Hold on.
Kill him.
Kill him now.
Let's see. I don't have any good victory music. Damn it. I have to find some. All right. As
Da 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 da.
as Diogenes is looking between the two servants to, shore up his defenses there, you'll just hear Gianna scream out, like, "Hey, jackass!" As he looks over, he'll just see like a barrage of invisible crosses starting to form and
Oh my
spiral
God,
on her
it's-
head.
That is so Gianna.
As she just sends them out one by one, basically. Once it's going to pin him once in the arm or 2 in the arm, basically like crucify him up against the ground, pinning him to the ground.
As you pin Diogenes to the ground, his body begins to glow brighter and brighter.
Oh shit.
Fuck.
The lava that flows through him starts to he has a form. He's not just like a blob. He has a form of basically a Baylor, but it's almost as if the lava starts to leak out of his form, almost as if he's losing control of his own form, and the rocks start to crackle and break, and Diogenes, still pinned, just raises his head, looking at no one specifically, to say, This is not how it's supposed to go.
Ryder then curb stomps on his head.
As you stomp his head, it flattens out into the ground, just a mess of rock and lava. You quickly take your feet out of it because you watch as your shoes begin to kind of dissolve into the lava, and you hear his voice almost coming out of his body, almost as if his essence is speaking, no longer just his physical body. You have made a grave mistake summoning Dagon's servant. If you do not have him under control, be sure to be very careful with the tools of your enemy. The corpse bloats and turns like
Ew.
3 times its size. It's almost ready to burst. But beware.
Oh.
You will not succeed.
Cool. Can I, before he blows up, can I like kick him, just sort of like down the, sort of like
Down the aisle.
Down the
like
street.
that way?
Or
You're
maybe
gonna
away-
pop the
at
balloon,
least-
so to speak.
At least away from Oliver.
Yeah, sort of like kick him as far
I'm
as
good
I
to see
can.
I've missed nothing. Servants are bullying people.
Yes.
Yes.
Hello.
Hello.
Ryder, you know that if you touched anything on this guy, he will burst.
Yeah, well, he's gonna burst anyways.
Well, maybe save Oliver.
Ryder will sort of like gesture to Saber to like sort of like halfway arm sort of waving towards Oliver.
I see how it is.
Save your guy, dude.
Saber just stands in front of Oliver. He's kneeling down in front of Oliver, his cape covering the body of his master. And
And you know, we
as you connect, it explodes. It's going to do damage to both you and Saber.
That'll do.
Let me grab his sheet. He's in the middle of his sentence. He's like, "You will not succeed. There are others."
The world may never know.
The world may never know.
Ryder does not respect this man at all.
Ryder, you're gonna make a dex save,
He does look awfully like a Tootsie Pop, doesn't he?
and Saber, you're gonna make a death save.
A death save.
A dex
Oh my
save,
God.
sorry.
How many kicks does it take to get to the center of this lava?
Right?
Ryder, you do have avoidance, so you do
Yeah.
not take any damage. But Saber's gonna take
Oh,
half.
one. Kaboom!
Oh,
Saber takes 36 damage. That is half. He would have taken 72 had he failed.
oh, that would have almost killed all of us. Or no, just me. Probably just me. Yeah, just me.
Yeah, because you're all aided. If you were not aided, that 72 would have been lethal to basically everyone.
I was aided, but then the bastard dispelled magic.
Dispel magic. That is true. Yeah. But as he is in the middle of giving his death throes speech, Ryder connects with a kick, and the ball just explodes. But the explosion only goes across the street and doesn't go towards Ryder at all, but it catches the back of Saber. His cape burns completely, and then he stands up again and the cape reforms. And that's initiative. Let me close. Actually, since Oliver still has Avalon for 4 more rounds, yeah, there's no need to continue on initiative because everyone is alive at the moment. So yes, no longer combat time. Now it's Tonga time.
Hell
You
yeah.
progress rounds for the region.
Okay. Oh yeah, both of you have regions, so skip a round.
The fuck?
Sorry, I forgot to remove Diogenes from the map, so his aura is still doing damage. We fix that. So Oliver, you go back to 4,
I changed my HP back up.
and Saber takes how much damage did Saber take?
36?
I put my
I'll do the
HP
same.
back to 91.
Diogenes also took like an additional 23 damage from the radiant ongoing damage.
Good.
Yes.
God damn it, where is Saber? For some reason, Saber is not counting. That's fine, I guess. Anyway,
I guess he's special like that.
yeah. So, let me skip one turn. And another turn. Region,
That was a
region,
fun combat.
region. There we go. All the regions are gone. The explosion left in Diogenes' death finishes demolishing the remaining buildings that were in front of Ryder. They were burning, they were kind of crumbling, now they're just gone.
There's also just crap tons of fissures over here, just
Yeah.
by the flame circle.
Yeah, there are very deep fissures, and you watch as all the fires that were still on some furniture or on the grass or on bodies, they start to diminish and go out. That also happens to the massive firewall in the center that had already diminished enough that Diogenes had decided to step out of it, but now it's completely gone. What remains is, now that the adrenaline starts to subside, is a mockery of a portal. It's clearly not a portal, but it had some illusion magic to make it as if it was one, but it's just a structure. And I leave it up to you as Saber makes sure that Oliver is okay and that Jackson is also okay, while dismissing his sword and just standing by the side of his masters.
Ryder sort of walks over as his shoes sort of reform his little his sandals, because they're leather sandals. They're not going to survive
Stepping
you
in
know,
lava.
stepping in
sense,
lava
makes sense.
or kicking an explosion.
It's true. He were barefooted.
So they reform along with his his greaves. He sort of steps over near Edmund. Boss.
Well, that very much went better than expected, all things considered.
That was. I've not seen anything like that except from the pits of Hades, and even then, I didn't get much of a good look at them. So this is, while it was a first encounter, it was nothing I haven't fought before.
That tends to be the case with some things like that. Creatures of legend, I think one would call them.
I wouldn't call that thing a creature of legend, but definitely,
Sene trying to invoke one.
indeed.
Also, what's his stats?
Hold on,
You know I'm
FJ.
looking.
Hold on. I'm
God damn
typing.
it.
I'm typing them out. Hold on.
Fair point. Give me a moment.
Preemptively.
Yep. Just like I'm worried about Jackson, but it's a bonus action.
It's true. You're going to be slightly flabbergasted by it.
No, probably not.
No, you will.
Oh, I
Look at all
would
these
reserve
E's.
judgment.
Should I be rolling
Great app.
clairvoyance on my own servant?
Yes, yes, you can.
Okay, good.
And you-
I will
you know
do
your-
that.
Won't you know your own
'Cause-
stats?
You don't get anything automatically from them.
Well, he's gonna
Bro.
tell me, but I want to know in advance.
Really?
That's why I said. That's what I said.
Okay, not
I
flabbergasted.
imagine they'd be quite low for
Reminder that
A knight.
every stat that has a plus, it means there is a proficiency in the saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That makes sense. Makes sense.
Oh yeah, you're still.
Oh yeah, I'm still unconscious.
No, you're not unconscious. You're still exhausted,
Oh yeah.
so you don't get anything.
Oh yeah.
Hey,
Shit.
would you be willing to throw me the stats?
It's fine. You could tell me later.
Yeah, give me a moment. I'll telepathically report.
Are you all right, Jackson?
As alright as I can be after being stomped on by a devil man.
Interesting. Ryder sort of walks over to. Where is he, Jackson?
Just probably
I'm over
next
here.
to next to Oliver. to have.
Oliver's just kind of sitting with his back towards like a wall, whatever's left of it, probably about to like crumble under his weight, and he's just kind of like has one knee bent and he's just kind of sitting there just enjoying the breeze, probably like everything on his person scorched right now.
As
Arendite turns back into his rapier.
Yep.
As all that happens, the trident in Ryder's hand sort of starts glittering away, like almost like ash, like rather like like it's like disintegrating rather than like glittering away like other stuff. As he sort of lets go of it and sort of dusts away.
The contractor takes a step towards all of you and just waits his appropriate moment to speak while he cleans off his gun, makes sure that everything's in perfect form. He verifies his clothes because he was attacked, so just making sure making note of where the patches are and what he needs to fix later. During this time, before Jackson approached, Saber, since he was closer and had seen Jackson be healed by what he may think is an ally, Saber will stand in front of Oliver, since he is just hanging there, and he takes a bow, and when he does, the cape on his right arm falls down and he pushes it slightly back up. Greetings,
Oliver-
master.
Oliver will get up at the greeting, even though like his body hurts, and
Saber
he just
immediately helps you.
Oh, okay. He will take Saber's hand and gets up slowly and says, "Are you real?"
He nods. As real as your power to manifest me is.
Oliver's just kind of in awe right now that they were both able to do this. He thought it was just kind of like, hey, I'm inches away from death dream, but it actually happened. So he's just, hi. How should I address you?
He looks behind you, and you can presume, or you can just turn around, and you see that Saber looks with the tiniest bit of apprehension towards Ryder. And,
Ryder winks, then sort of glitters away.
And he just nods to the glittering away Ryder and says, "You may call me Saber, master." I am
Very well, Saber.
I am not sure if we are amongst allies or simply battling companions. You can see that even though his sword is not manifested, he is still tense.
No, they are allies. Thank you for your timely intervention. Not gonna lie, I didn't think we would make it out of Jackson. He looks over. Are you okay?
Yes, I'm okay.
As-
You look to see
How rough does Jackson look right
his
now?
clothes are crumbling off of his body, and like they're actively trying to form back. Like you see, sort of like his sleeve falls away entirely and crumbles into ash, and then it starts growing back again.
Well, let's.
Saber,
I
let's
don't
get
ex-
healed up.
I don't have. Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say
Allow
that-
me to get healing.
Yeah.
going.
While Edmund starts the healing spell, before the healing spell is even over, Saber
Oh.
is already holding on to Jackson to keep him standing.
Actually, Oliver Oh, that works too.
Trust me, I have the spells to spare.
I would assist, but I am tapped.
I was
Thank
gonna
you.
use a Mystic Arcanum on him. Oh, by the way, GM, I need the spell slot for the Mystic Arcanum, I think.
Thank you, Saber.
Oh yeah, let me.
Jackson's gonna like with one arm, he's gonna hold on to his scythe, use it like a walking staff, and on the other side, he's gonna lean into Oliver.
Oliver will, of course, come over here. Saber, you are most welcome.
I don't think I can give you a 6th level slot. Just out of
If
the
you
blue.
just put it under something called Mystic Arcanum, then you could just make them individual uses.
Yeah, it's gonna have to be that.
Damn, I didn't even get to activate my last fuck it we ball.
Why are you sad about it? Do you really want to die?
Well, I did, didn't I?
Oh shit! I tried to move towards you, and you tried to. We Scooby Dooed this shit.
God damn it.
Hold on! Don't move.
Saber standing in the middle, watching his two masters try to.
Don't tell me what to do.
Oh god! Oh god!
Yikes.
It's
No!
the Fate Zero scene where they're both circling around. The infamous circling around scene.
What circling
Yes.
around scene? I don't remember this.
When
It's when Kirei, his dad, and Kirai's dad and Tokumine are sharking Kirei.
yeah,
I see.
he's just
It's really just-
standing there, and while the two
It's-
of them just walk around him while talking.
It's visually very important for what's happening to Kirei, but also very funny.
Yes, they just spin around him. But as Saber helps Jackson out, and when the healing reaches their master, Saber turns to Edmund and does a slight bow with his hand on his chest in gratitude.
Edmund would kind of just give a nod, but otherwise just focus on spreading most of the healing towards Jackson and the slightest bit towards Oliver.
Thank you, Edmund. He'll
Thank-
cough up like a bit of ash.
Oliver, in that case, will use a pact slot to actually heal Saber.
Do you want to serve in healing, or do you want him to give him
You know what?
like HD to use? Because he has
I
his own
was just-
HD.
He does?
Yeah, he's,
But don't we have to supply his HD afterwards?
yes.
Because the thing is, I could just use a spell slot and I regain it on a short rest.
Yeah. Let me look at that.
Because
You know
I
what?
think
Since we're
my
all
cure
just-
wounds does like an absurd amount of healing at this point.
Since we're all just throwing healing around, I want to join the bandwagon. I'm gonna mass healing word everybody.
Yeah.
Ah,
Wait, hold. I think do. I have the book here? I should have the book here.
Is that 2d10 plus 1 for every level?
this isn't the servant book. This is Lancer. The fuck?
What?
Wrong book.
Sorry,
Here
I
you go,
opened the wrong
everyone.
book.
Everyone gets
don't tell the
exactly
Lancer.
6 HP.
That's a saber, not a lancer.
Hold on. I am getting.
No, like Lancer's an RPG game that I'm playing.
I know.
I had the wrong book open.
No, not Lancer.
My point
Lancer.
stands.
Is
Not
it,
Lancer Saber.
is it 2d10?
Not Saber, baby.
Oh, it's so you may choose, Oliver. You can just use the spell, or you can heal them for 2d12 plus 1d12 per level above level 1. So that would be 7d12.
I think it's generally
I
always
think
better
that's
to
superior.
It's always better to have them use their give them HD and have them use their HD to recover, but giving them health directly is quicker.
I think I would prefer to do the 7d12 because I just get the spell slots back on a short rest.
Go ahead.
Not Mystic Arcanum. Mystic Arcanum is long rest.
Yes.
So Mystic
No, I'm
Arcanum
using a
isn't-
5th level pact
Oh,
slot. I'm
okay.
not using
The
heal.
Mystic Arcanums aren't spell slots.
Yes.
Yeah. I can use them to fuel servant abilities, can't I? Or no?
That would be nice of him to do, but they aren't spell slots. So
I see. Okay. Well, I don't even know what he does. So, anywho,
It's
I'm
true.
going to do the do, and
You can
you said
just-
it's 7d12, right?
Oh, it's 6 actually. 6d12. Yeah.
Okay.
That is 38 healing.
Very good.
Wait, hold. Let me open his sheet so I can do this
I
properly.
helped.
God damn it! I did that as damage. Hold.
Oh my god.
Oh god.
I am killing the servant.
Yes.
38.
Yes, yes.
This is-
No.
This is the only time you'll be able to do it.
38 again. He's back to wounded. He
Stop taunting him.
When you raise your hand to him, he kind of takes a step back, but then when he realizes it's healing magic, he just nods. After that, he just looks around at everyone else and then looks back to both of his masters. Am I to presume these are our allies?
Yes.
Yes.
He nods, and then he walks towards the rest of the group and just nods to each of them. Not nods, just bows to each of them. I am not sure, he says to the rest of the group. I am not sure of specifically which one of you are masters. However, if you are allies of mine, then you should be aware that if any ill fate comes to any of you, I shall protect my masters first. But I thank each of you for the help that you've done.
At least you didn't threaten us first. That's nice.
He nods and returns to his two dads.
God.
I'm surprised you
be-
have such a gentleman with you.
Don't be mean to my boy. He just woke up.
Ryder sort of rematerializes, sort of like perched, sort of like half sitting on some of the rubble nearby. I mean, the threatening comes later.
Yes, yes, it's explicit. We know.
Saber walks up to Ryder, bows, and he extends his hand to you.
Ryder will, shake it.
For now, it seems that we are allies.
So it seems.
I must say, did not expect to be an ally with a hero of such an older time, one who has access to such powerful magic.
And I didn't expect to be working alongside one of the knights.
He nods, and you can see just a flash of like, oh, he knows, crossed by Saber's eyes.
Sort of Ryder inclines his head and like a very much a respectful sort of manner. Just understand this it seems this group has not much in the way of secrets towards each other. So eventually you'll find out my identity, and I pretty much figured yours out the moment I saw your arm. Or your lack of it.
When you say that, you notice that he tugs the coat like closer to his chest to completely surround the lack of arm, and he nods. It seems that you are all very trusting of each other then.
We've grown
Thank
close in the last year or so.
Year, my guy, has been a month.
We've grown close in the last month or so.
Haven't we?
We shared
been a
one
while.
He looks
Christmas.
to Oliver and Gianna as he says this.
Oliver, something's bugging Oliver. Something's like pinching like the side of his hip. And as he sees like the tattered pocket of his like pants, he sees something popping out of it and takes out a flask. Oh, it survived. And he takes a drink of whiskey.
Ah, yes.
Yes.
Very hot whiskey.
I see
And
you haven't
hands it over
forgotten
to
about
Jackson.
it. Thank you.
You have prestidigitation.
I do.
No,
Do I have
Make it
that?
cold. You
It's-
can make it cold.
It's just
Take a
very hot
swig.
whiskey.
I do have prestidigitation. I will do that.
It's
yes.
no longer very hot whiskey.
It is the ultimate spell, prestidigitation.
Yes.
Fireball whiskey without the fire.
While it seems that the group is mingling, the contractor clears his throat. This this finalizes our contract. From now on, we are no longer bound and are no longer allies, as it will. As it were. I think that's the correct expression.
Could you at least save it, or say that we're no longer allies to at least without outside of your line of sight? Could you give us that courtesy?
I will not shoot you on sight if that is what you ask.
Close enough.
No, don't be so stiff, Lisov. We've done it.
You know, I was just starting to warm up to the sendings.
He
Well,
he takes a deep breath, a deep sigh.
Consider at least that, while we might not be true allies, someone's going to cause problems, and we may need to work together again in the future.
We're not allies, but we're not enemies.
He kind of side eyes Ryder. If Diogenes were allowed to speak a little longer, I think we would have gotten some valuable information out of him. However, that is in the past. Your contract is done. If you are to remain in Naxos till tomorrow morning, I will bring you your payment. And
I think we could do that.
after that, we will eventually meet each other once more during the war proper. And I hope that we can at least be cordial.
Professional courtesy, of course.
I don't see why we can't be.
I know that I already have an unfair advantage, having been able to watch your servants fight, even if for a brief moment. He, for the first time in like all the time that you've seen him, he smirks. But I think that I will leave that advantage weighing on my side and consider that as part of the payment for me having to participate.
Just remember, we didn't call you. You came of your own volition.
I am aware. I normally alter contracts if they benefit me.
Happy you did, but just keep that in mind.
For now, it seems that our job here is done. The demonic presence seems to have diminished, and the focus has always been here in Antiparos. With Diogenes defeated, I presume that it will diminish even further. However, if my assumptions are correct, even though you're no longer under my contract, you will be facing further demonic activity if the war does indeed remain in Greece. So be prepared. It's not as if you haven't dealt with it before. And with that, he nods. If you need me, you will know how to find me. And if I need you, I also know how to find you.
Mm-hmm.
I wish you all prosperous new year as we approach it. And I hope that when the war properly starts, you aren't the first to die. And he
And
Well, you can
hopefully
count on
make
that.
it out of here as well.
he just tips his hat and starts walking away. Saber just has a slightly confused look on his face.
The end of an era, isn't it?
I do wish he wouldn't be so stiff.
Well, I mean, he technically became our enemy.
Part of his charm.
Say that again?
It's part of his charm.
I do wonder why he only sent me one of the sendings.
So, what do you think of doing with your money?
Yeah, who are you referring to?
Everyone in general.
I don't
Nothing
know,
with-
but I need to buy a plane ticket to America as soon as humanly possible.
For almost forgot about that.
Saber just kind of like, but what plane? We're so far away. All of that is just emotions flashing through his face.
He's just staring off into space.
I do think I'll be making my way out of Greece for at least a little while. This place
So-
has its charms, after all, but nothing quite like home.
So we're splitting up again.
You're not coming? You're not curious?
Well, I'm coming with you, but we're all going our separate ways, it seems.
For now.
There's too much to do back home. Yes, I'll finally have to return there.
What are you planning to do?
Genuinely, don't really know. I just know that with these swords, I'll have to.
Oliver nods kind of understandingly.
Saber asks, Masters, that
Yes?
gentleman refer to the war as happening next year. Do we know when?
I'm not entirely sure.
Does
But-
it start on Christmas Day?
Is that factual?
Mm,
GM?
That's what I was assuming it was going to
oh.
be.
Ryder sort of.
I thought we were waiting on the last master in Japan or some such to summon their servants or something.
Yes.
From what from what I understand of how, what knowledge the Holy Grail gives me, the moment the last servant is summoned, the Holy Grail will restart.
Yes. Saber just agrees. Yes. So, is there any reason the last remaining master is willing to wait this much?
I imagine about a year they might likely be waiting for some form of they could be consolidating resources in order to fully exploit during the war.
Very possible.
Of it.
They also could
Berserker.
lack a catalyst that they're searching for.
Possibly.
Berserker Caster and another knight class have already been summoned.
As well as Ryder.
And Rider.
Do we know which other knight class?
No, unfortunately, though my money would be on a Lancer.
So we
Specifically a Lancer.
Quick question.
yes. That is
If
to
I were
me
to
or
do
to Saber. Okay.
Who
If
are
I were
you?
to do a clairvoyance on Ryder and then do a clairvoyance on Saber, does it look like they have similar energies?
What do you mean
Yes.
by that?
He's getting... Yeah.
Are they part of the same war, TM?
So, what he's asking is, was the person we met on the ship the other Saber?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
roll me clairvoyance twice,
You mean the
and then roll
The guy that was on the Argo.
I will say,
Mr.
one of the
John.
biggest-
yeah.
one of the biggest things about Ryder is that his magical aura is going to be very different from most other servants because of divinity.
Yes, that is true.
Yes. But still, there should be like a general like if they're coming from the same mana pool, TM. the
We're
same-
missing Jor Arcana, friend.
Oh yeah, it's two clairvoyances and
Rolled it.
Arcana.
Oh, Arcana. Sorry, I didn't hear that last part. Ah, that was almost a 20.
It was.
Still really good.
Did Gianna have studies or experience with rituals? I know that she has some ritual spells, but like grander rituals that take like hours to set up or days to set up, things like that.
It would technically be more. That would technically be more of Gabriella's focus, since she's the scribe wizard of the two of us. But our focus was on making rituals faster, so I would assume there would have to be a basis of knowing how rituals are prepared first and foremost to do shortcuts.
Yeah. Okay. The energy that flows into the container to materialize the servant comes from the same source for both of them. However, Riders seems actually the opposite. Sabers seems to it has a footprint of being some sort of God, my English is failing me. Hold on a second.
Words. Do words.
I'm trying to do words.
Say it in Portuguese.
Word better.
Do it.
I think it. Oh yeah, that I was thinking of the wrong word. But it seems that there are some.
Inconsistencies?
No. It's some form of remains of a ritual.
A trace.
It seems as if the energy spent on Ryder was the intended consequence of the ritual, while the energy spent on Saber is kind of like, oh, I have an excess, let me use it to another thing.
Random bullshit. Go.
So it's more of Ryder was properly summoned while Saber was accidentally summoned.
Not necessarily. It's more of the thing of like when you heard about the Grail, there were supposed to be 7 servants.
Mhm.
There is an 8th in Saber. So it goes from the Grail had energy and mana to do 7. Then they realized they had mana to do 1 more, and that excess is Saber.
So Saber was like runoff essentially.
Yeah.
Don't diss my boy like that.
Okay, I'm using purely technical terms here, all right?
Okay.
This is a highly scientific research paper.
Yes.
Saber was runoff.
You have to call him runoff scientifically.
Runoff Saber.
But
God damn it.
it is peer reviewed.
By you.
She kind of tilts her head as she's studying the two of them.
Saber just mentally talks with his masters and says, that lady seems to be investigating the servants quite a bit. Is she a master?
Not yet.
Fuck you.
She
yes, I
worries a
am.
lot.
She worries a lot.
Bitch, I am a master. Fuck you.
You're a master, but you don't have a servant. You're not a
Okay.
master until you summon a servant. So, not yet. TM.
Bitch, this
You
fucking
get to
Mark
call
says
my
I am.
You get to call my servant runoff. I get you call you not your master.
He replies to Saber and says, she has command seals, if that's what you're asking, but she hasn't summoned yet.
Understood.
So actually, there are 2 people we are waiting to summon their servants. The lady in Japan that we've heard of, and Gianna.
Did Lislov summon yet? I don't think he has he?
Pardon?
Contractor too.
Yeah, Berserker and Caster were summoned. So
Yeah,
Another
but
night with
Contractor
them.
didn't summon
Ryder.
his yet either.
No, he was going to summon Ryder, but we kind of took it from him.
yeah.
Saber just does some mental math. Masters, it seems that this war may have an extra servant.
An extra
Yes.
servant?
From your calculations, there are 2 servants that remain, a knight class and an assassin. Yet there are 3 people there to summon.
Yes, it's what I was led to believe as well. When I got my command seals. Do you remember?
I'm probably not the best person to explain this, but it probably has something to do with Diogenes' last words.
Yes.
Do you want to explain, Jackson?
I would like to know why that monster called me a puppet of Dagon.
I feel like I'm a biased witness here.
Are
Would
you
like to
familiar with
explain?
Dagon?
I'm not quite sure. Let me roll for him.
Doesn't he already know everything?
I mean, he knows everything we know, I think.
He knows what he knows and what the throne
allows.
tells him. He knows the throne gives him a decent enough amount of modern history to understand what kind of era he's in.
Yeah, nope, that's a 9. He does not know what Dagon is.
Dagon is an otherworldly demon, and up until recently, Jackson was beholden to him. And I'm not too sure I know of the intricacies, so correct me if I'm wrong, but
I was his slave. Yes.
well, I wasn't going to put it in so many words.
Saber says, so if my master was a slave, then therefore I would be one too.
Was being the correct tense in this case.
Well, you could always use a couple command seals and put some contingencies on Saber.
That's what I was gonna ask. Is this still in their heads, or?
Oh yeah, that's true.
This is all in our heads, yeah.
Ignore me
Yes.
then.
No,
We're having a party chat.
The question about there being an extra servant was outside, but then it moved
Oh.
to inside.
Oh,
I see.
Oh well.
So-
During the extra servant bit, Gianna will nod and gesture towards Saber. You seem to be the excess, so there is another Saber to be accounted for.
Saber raises both eyebrows. Oh. I did not expect to fight another of my class. This is going to be interesting. Although I am not as battle hungry as some of my compatriots, I must say that fighting another knight does interest me. If they are a knight, of course.
Well, I'm sure you'll get that chance.
Who knows? You might be fighting some ancient daimyo.
He ponders. He puts his hands on his chin. His hand on his chin. An ancient sword master from Japan.
We have already done that, though. He wasn't ancient, but
I never did travel that far.
Neither did I. I mostly stuck to the Mediterranean.
As far as I remember, I didn't leave Great Britain. Great Britain? Interesting name.
Indeed. I always, for the most part, we didn't acknowledge anything past oh god, I can't remember the freaking name. The Alps. So,
Is there any water nearby?
Nope.
I
gonna
mean,
do that
there's
here?
technically a crap ton of salt waters just sort of.
No, I told her I wouldn't do that again.
No salt water, please.
That was her only wish. Like, please, no.
I imagine there should be a spring somewhere nearby. This is one.
It was a
There's
town.
usually-
Yeah.
There should be a well or a spring somewhere around here. If you
The
give me
well
a
hasn't
minute.
dried up.
It's not that important. I just wanted to make an introduction. Or
I imagine a reintroduction.
we don't know that yet.
I know it.
Don't worry about it.
Do you say that out loud?
No. You already implied it earlier.
He's very Saber is very confused. Looks at his masters, and questions them internally. Why does Ryder seem to know so much about me? Do I give anything off?
You mean you're missing an arm? It's kind of.
I don't know who you are yet, so I wouldn't be able to tell you, but yes, that is a very distinctive feature. Also, your hair.
He once more pulls the cloak to cover his stump. I see.
If you must know, it's because of your master's affiliations that I figured you out. And he continues onwards to look for a spring.
He just
Whoa.
cocks his head, turns to both his masters.
Excuse us if we keep our theme, okay?
He just nods, confused.
Oliver materializes his sword and hands it to Saber. Does it feel similar?
As soon as Saber grabs your sword, it's unmistakable in his face. Shock. As he almost lets it go and catches it back. This is not possible.
It's her.
This is not possible. Who are you?
Nobody important.
That
Just
No.
just a little guy.
that doesn't. He holds the sword, and you all watch as the sword just bursts with radiant light. Not the silvery light that Oliver uses, but a golden light. It flashes for a moment and then returns. He hesitantly gives it back to you. He takes
Oliver will.
He takes a step back and kind of just tries to read Oliver and Jackson, like looking you from head to toe multiple times, trying to understand what is going on.
How did you do that?
I trusted with it once.
Oh,
You lost me.
I'm not sure if it's something Oliver would know, but
Master Oliver.
Ryder pops back up.
Master,
I
Master
found you
Oliver.
your spring.
Master Oliver. Do
Uh,
you know what you possess?
I know somewhat. I mean, it was a sword that I found in Britain. You don't wait.
He does the most massive gulp.
You don't mean that this is no.
God damn it.
Ryder sort of is just
Okay.
leaning against, like, I don't know, some rubble, and it's just sort of like rolling his hand.
Okay, hold
You-
on. We need to stop.
You
Jackson
don't what?
Jackson will grab both of these gibbering fools by their shoulders and he will drag them away to somewhere where they could actually talk.
Ryder sort of like half smile, sort of just looks over to Edmund. It was so easy to figure him out.
He's too honest for his own good. I don't say that, obviously, or Oliver doesn't.
When the three of them walk away, Edmund, Morwell speaks to you. She says, "Well, first of all, congratulations.
Aw.
It seems that you have completed your task with that contractor man. I can very much say that things on this side seem to have calmed down as well."
That always was the hope, but honestly turned out better than I was expecting. For now, at least.
So, what are your plans now? If you wish,
Well-
I could make an accommodation.
In combination, you say?
If you wanted to see what this side that you reject so much
Take a walk on the wild side.
has to offer.
That may be interesting. I do have some preparations I must attend to first. However, I'm not so opposed to it as you'd think. That side can stay on your side, as long as we're not crossing over too much.
You can feel warmth as if she was smiling. I wouldn't recommend bringing your little pet, though. He may get devoured by some of our more mana-hungry residents.
I mean, I do assume that's most everything I bring from my side. Mana's seems to be far more abundant and usable on yours. So, tend to get caught up in the wave, so to say. I imagine, at least.
Indeed. But I will let you know if any demonic presence starts to get riled up again. It is my job to keep an eye on that.
And that's why we work well together in this. Your job to deal with them, and it's same for mine.
You can feel her smiling again.
But for now, I do think a moment of rest will do everyone here good.
Very deserved rest. I may have another gift if you are all willing to accept it. But that can wait until you start your next mission.
He'll kind of smile and just begin walking towards. Honestly, trying to find a less burned down portion of this city.
Ryder sort of shows you, like, sort of motions over to the spring that you found. It's in relatively good condition.
I think Jackson dragged us off elsewhere. TM, I don't
Yes.
know where.
Gianna and Ichika, is there anything that you two would like to do? Decided to just catching her breath.
I don't really know what Gianna's gonna do, honestly.
I mean, more immediately, not after.
I don't know that
after
either.
the day. Okay.
We're in the section of town that's just like scorched to hell and back, right?
Yes, but if you
There's-
walk closer to the entrance of town, you would get closer to first of all the spring where Edmund and Ryder are, but also closer to a part of town which is less broken down and more just scorched. So buildings still remain. Most of them.
Oh,
What kind of shape is Diogenes' body in?
A cross?
There is, first of all, a cross on the pavement, just like completely darkened. But there are rocks and small pieces of lava that start to spread and cool down. His body is mostly just rocks and molten rocks, to be
So
honest.
he's both across and across the town.
Yeah, like
You idiot.
yeah, basically Ryder instead of it blowing up in a circle, Ryder kicked it so that way it would blow up in a line.
It's
So
mostly
it-
a symbolic thing, but just takes Jiro's sword, a Kuikiri, and just slices one of the stones that was his lava.
Very nice. Mark down an inspiration for that.
Okay. As far as what I'd do, I'd probably take a piece just for study more than anything else.
Mm-hmm.
You.
And then I'm gonna go wander off, probably past the spring, just head in that direction, and then summon the tower. And I'm just gonna have a neat place for everybody to join. I'm gonna do some research, I guess.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm just, like mentally done.
Nice. So the three of you, the three musketeers, as it were.
Oh dear.
Yes, that is you. You drag, you Jackson drag both Oliver and Saber somewhere else.
Yes. It can
Easy,
be
easy. I'm
anywhere.
still burned on that arm.
It can be anywhere else.
Yes. You arrive at anywhere else.
Is there? Oliver mentioned water before. Is there any water to be had in this town still?
I think Ryder was gonna tell us before we left.
Yes,
Oh well.
there is only water at the fountain.
Oh well. He will look from far away at the fountain and curse his luck. I guess he'll just try to bring them, far enough away where they can talk in peace and not have to breathe burning city too much.
Okay. You do so, you step away from the confines of the city, but still within eyesight. Not something too far away.
No. Just if shit hits the fan, I want to still,
Mm-hmm.
So, now you can ask all that you want. Hold on. Burp, could you start hunting for rats around us? Thank you.
I think all the rats went away with Diogenes.
You could never be too sure.
Not Diogenes, but the guy that you killed before him, yes.
Yes.
Oh, the
The rat demon. Stinky
Yeah.
rat boy.
stinky rat man.
Yes.
Burp will probably enjoy the rats anyway.
Yes.
Burb goes
Uh,
after rats.
So what did you want to ask?
Well, not
As-
me. Saber seemed like he had a thing or two to ask.
Oh, I also have questions.
Please, go ahead, Master.
So you asked me if I knew what I had. As far as I know, I was meant to find this by the Lady of the Lake. I've affectionately named it Elise. Why did it glow golden? I do not have the words. Can you explain?
He takes a deep breath, closes his eyes for a moment, centers himself.
You mean to say?
He looks down at the ground for a moment and then back to you. You mean to say you found a sword left to you by the Lady of the Lake.
Yeah. But I'm not the first.
Yes,
I
that
I
am
know
aware.
that she provided Lancelot his sword.
Indeed she did. Did you interact with her at all?
Yes. Quite frequently. It's actually why I was asking for a body of water so that I could introduce the two of you. The
You
writer
can
seems to
summon her
yeah,
Well,
yes.
more like
outside of her own lake?
Yes.
oh, it's more like we're summoning ourselves to her.
I wanted to introduce you, but Ryder seems to think you already know her.
Blinks, 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 blinks with one eye, stops.
I think we
Please,
broke Saber.
please, master. Do you mean to tell me that while in Britain found a lake with a sword in it that was provided by the Lady of the Lake?
Yes? You're worrying me, Saber.
And you're telling me that you do not know what it is?
Well, I know it's a weapon that came from the Lady of the Lake.
You're
You-
so close.
You watch as Saber. You know that Boromir gif where Sean Bean just puts his hand in
Face
his
palm?
face, just slowly. He closes his eyes for a moment.
This can't be like I'm not two and two are not making four.
Master, could we please have a conversation with Morgan Le Fay?
Oh. She didn't come to me as Morgan Le Fay, she came to me as Viviane.
Ah,
Who's Morgan Le Fay?
question for another time. He turns and heads to the fountain.
Man
Jackson
literally
is
staring at a worry
sighing.
about it.
Ryder has that a massive shit-eating grin. It's like, it's sort of like, yeah.
Jackson is sighing very heavily right now.
Did I do something, Jackson?
You mean to say you had it this whole time and you never thought?
I mean, I'm not important enough to have Excalibur. I didn't pull it from a fucking rock.
It was
I'm
already pulled
sore.
from the rock.
That was actually Caliburn.
That was the other
Oh.
one. Yes.
Oh, well, shit.
Ryder.
I mean, there's multiple swords that came out of the lake. There was Arendite, there was Excalibur, there was...
Arendite didn't come out of the lake.
It didn't?
No.
She just gave it to him, but it didn't come out of the lake.
Oh, fuck.
Galatine
Yeah.
might have though.
Galadin
Yeah,
might have-
that was the other one. So, Yikes. Okay, so...
Galatine is a sister sword to Excalibur though.
Yeah.
So is Clarent, but
Oh, Clarence weird.
I think we should follow Saber. He didn't wait for a response. He's just
Oh.
he's kind of over there now.
Ryder's-
Saber's
you know,
just
Ryder-
lining towards Ryder specifically, not the fountain.
Ryder's-
Ryder.
Oh,
Ryder's like sitting on the fountain. So did he figure it out?
No.
Oh my! I think he's a little thick.
Ryder, if I may.
Yeah.
probably just doesn't believe in himself.
How much do you know about who I am?
Well, I can make a couple extrapolations from his association with the Lady of the Lake, as well as that sword of his.
Nods. Please,
For one, you're
if you
there's
if you are
there's only so many one-armed knights.
nods, that is indeed true.
And, well, there you go. A one-armed knight associated with the associated in some loose form with the Lady of the Lake. There you go.
He nods. He sighs. And he takes a step closer to the fountain, looks into the water, looks into his own reflection, closes his eyes, takes a step back, and waits.
I guess Oliver and Jackson start heading over. Oliver's, it's just kind of sinking in, but like apparently everybody fucking figured it out except him.
I mean, thank God for Saber that it's a fountain. I think he would have flipped his shit if he were to summon her in like a kitchen sink like we did before.
No, we didn't do that.
It was
We
a
didn't.
bathtub.
It was a bathtub. Oh my god, the poor lady of the
I
fucking
think
lake.
he was just fucking rage quit.
By
Oliver-
the way, Ryder is totally telling Edmund everything.
Oh yeah, I had to assume so.
Good to know.
Oliver will go over to the fountain and outstretch a hand and do his usual.
And just because now we have another servant, and soon to be a third when Gianna finally summons hers, I will take it as a rule of thumb that unless specified, servant knowledge is master knowledge and master knowledge is servant knowledge as from the point of summoning forward. So
Fair enough.
Okay.
unless you wish to say that I am going to purposefully hide this information from the other party, I'm just going to assume that you communicate things telepathically.
Fair enough.
Telepathically.
Telepathically.
Ryder is holding back some information about himself that he's
Yes.
not going to talk about, but that's a secret.
But about the enemies, though,
Yeah.
It's a surprise tool that'll help us later.
it's true.
Yes, you're not wrong.
You extend your hand. You start the ritual to summon the Lady of the Lake, and as her form starts to take shape, Saber immediately kneels and looks at the ground. My lady. And the Lady of the Lake looks at Oliver, looks at Jackson, looks at Saber, smiles.
We survived.
That much I can see.
We fucking survived.
Right.
If not for him, though.
She just.
Huh?
She. Her sentence kind of fades away in the middle of it. She just says, "Rise," and Saber raises his head and stands up. Very polite. He does a little bow. My lady, did not expect to gaze upon your sight. She smiles, and her water form just kind of lifts above the fountain and stretches over to just touch him, kind of caress his face. It seems that you have found yourself a place in the throne, as expected of the knights. And now you are once more servant, a knight of mine. He nods and turns to Oliver and bows.
Oh no. That's not necessary.
Ryder is still sitting sort of on the edge of the like leaning against the edge of the fountain, just smirk.
The lady kind of like finally notices there are other people around. She just kind of gives a warm smile to those around that aren't the ones that she normally talks to. And she looks at Ryder and winks.
Ryder winks back.
I'm glad that you have been summoned, my knight. And I am glad that you are once more protecting and serving one that I have chosen. He nods. So, Oliver. Jackson. She doesn't say Jackson. It's just because it's...
Caspian.
Yeah,
Because you
it's...
forgot my name.
No, it isn't because I forgot your name. It's because your sheet still says Jackson. So I look at it, the thing it just says, didn't just say Jackson.
Oh yeah, it's my cover, dude.
Sure, buddy.
I still call you Jackson because it's the most familiar. I mean, I met you as Jackson, so
Yeah, you shouldn't call me Caspian in public. It's kind of embarrassing.
It's kind of embarrassing. Don't call me by my name, man.
Stop, Mom! There, I changed it. Are you happy now?
But she does say, Oliver, Caspian, it seems that you both have selected a very loyal knight to fight by your side.
Well, not so much selected, but yes.
Was the summoning not a proper ritual?
Well, seeing as
Ryder.
we were both beaten to an inch of our lives, no.
we were both unconscious at the time, and Saber answered our call.
If I may, it was definitely a instinctual summon. The circle itself was, you could say, it was made from their own blood.
The lady's smile shrinks. She stays silent for a moment, and then she turns to Saber. It seems that once more, in a moment of need, your liege calls upon you for what may seem one final task. Saber nods. I received a call. Let me change voice. I received a calling when I was still at the throne, I presume. And that calling, it had an energy, a presence that I could never forget. So I answered. The lady smiles. It seems that whenever we meet again, Oliver, my dear, you drag another under my spell.
I suppose so.
She smiles. So is this war to start?
Not as of yet. There are 2 servants, I think, that still need to be summoned.
See. Well,
All is not well either.
why do you say that, Caspian?
Well, it would seem that I am not the only one that was under Dagon's thumb. As Saber also seems to have borne that same fate, though I don't think he remembers it.
Saber just shakes his head. I have no clue of what a Dagon is. The lady nods. So there may be others.
Yes.
Do you think, and this question she directs to everyone that is around, do you think that there is a possibility of other servants?
There is a. Actually, no, I won't know about that. Never mind. I have no idea how the Holy Grail truly works. I understand that it summons us, and that once all of us are summoned, the war begins. That is that, and how to maintain and start a contract is about the only knowledge given to me involving the Grail.
Saber nods in agreement.
We
I
count.
have-
I'm sorry.
I have experience from my past life, though it has nothing to. The closest thing to a Holy Grail I've ever seen is not something like this. Is it the thing I encountered was a thing of magical healing and prosperity. It was nothing to do with, well, summoning heroes from the past and throwing them at each other.
Last I know of the Grail, Saber says, the last I know of the Grail, my compatriots were searching for it, but never did quite find it to be manifest through it now. Proves that their journey was not fruitless.
I think Woodrow might have some answers to the questions we have. Maybe.
We've counted 8 servants already. I've no reason to believe there shouldn't be more.
Well then, my knight. You have a battle in your hands, and one that now you are mated to and a part of, wishing it or not. However, what I can say is that I wouldn't have any other knight beside you.
I'm beginning to see why.
You see that Saber just lowers his head.
From what I understand of the knowledge, for you guys to understand why I know who, he sort of nods towards Saber, who he is. Understand that the Throne of Heroes, or Throne of Kings, whatever it's called, it knowledge sort of leaks into you from all the other inhabitants. You learn a little bit about all of the other inhabitants. But only once you see pieces of them in form. Like once I see him physically, I understand who he is. Given from the clues, it's like being told a description and a story, and
Intuition.
intuition. That's a good way of putting it as well. I know who he is because I see the signs about who he is. Unless I was truly from his time and have encountered him before, would I actually know whom he is. But
I trust you'll keep this to yourself.
I mean, I think you all figured out my identity already, so I'll keep this to myself. I already plan to keep this to myself.
And nothing more needs to be said.
Besides, I imagine Saber himself wants to at least give you guys the little secret.
Saber,
When he's ready.
Saber lifts his head again. Whenever we are alone, I may disclose whatever you wish.
No worries, Saber. Whenever you're ready. It's good enough for me.
He turns to the lady, and they exchange gaze. That is almost a whole conversation in itself. And he nods. She smiles. Turns to Jackson. Says, no, not to Jackson. Turns to Oliver and says, "Is there anything that you and your brother require of me?"
I wanted to introduce you, he's your knight, so I guess introductions weren't necessary. Though he
Yes.
seems...
Not my knight. He is a
Understood. Though he was under... So, he took my sword in his hand, and it did something notably different.
She side eyes him, and he takes a step back and kind of mutters under his breath, I didn't.
No, I handed it to him.
I am aware. There are some things in your weapon that are not to be understood as of yet.
Okay.
And she turns to Saber. She just looks at Saber while still facing you and says, "Things that I hope that your servant will disclose only when the time is right." Just nods.
Should we?
I mean, I kind of already know, but okay. Oliver doesn't say that, obviously. What were you gonna say, Malva?
Should we be worried about this?
The lady does not answer.
I think we'll find out with time. That's what she said, so we will find out with time.
You're gonna find out. What are we gonna find out? You're gonna find out!
The thing. We're gonna find out. I'm gonna find out the thing.
You're gonna find it out when you find it out, dude.
Exactly.
If you need me, you know where to find me.
Thanks for gracing us with your presence and for saying hello.
She just waves at all of you and splashes back into water.
Bye, water mom.
Adieu, mademoiselle.
At that, Saber just kind of, you know that eye twitch that you do with just one eye when you're extremely mad? But he takes a deep breath, closes his eyes, and says,
Did I anger you, Saber? I'm sorry.
"No, my master, no, you did not.
What's the matter?
We will discuss it privately, even if
Okay.
Ryder is already aware of it."
No problem. Oh, I think I see something very tall off in the distance. Where did Gianna... Oh, she's not here.
That's
There's just a 2-story building in the distance.
in the middle of
It
the
is-
scorched town.
It is well away from the town. There's still protocols to be had.
I don't know about you, Caspian, Jackson. What do you prefer that I call you?
Please don't let anyone hear my name. I am still actively being hunted. Do you remember?
Understood. Jackson, I very much need a shower.
Yes.
Can we head in that direction? Can we all please head in that direction?
Yes.
It's been a day.
It has
I'm pretty
certainly
sure
been
I
a day.
almost died.
Oh,
Right.
you're pretty sure?
Ryder's gonna go find the church and raid its wine stores.
Oh dear.
Jackson will just like clap one of his hands in
That's a bad
on
wine,
Saber's
though.
shoulder.
Ryder's
does
used to
what?
bad wine.
He's gonna clap one of his hands on Saber's shoulder.
Oh, I thought you said
So-
Oliver's shoulder. I was about to kill you.
No. So, you still don't know what to dig on this, do you?
I'm not aware, Master. No.
Do you want to see him?
He doesn't want to see him. You don't want to see him. What is wrong with you? Why would you even joke about that?
That's true.
If it is something that was, as you said, enslaving you, and as that monster said, was supposed to enslave me, yes, I would like to see it.
It's a demon. Why would you want to see that?
I do not have any experience with that, even though I had friends who did.
Are you sure you want to see him? He's pretty scary.
You're doing me a concern.
Why do you still... Do you presume to show... Do I presume that you will show an illusion of that form?
No, it's a bit more it's immersive than that.
We can do that in another time. You do not seem well rested enough.
That's fine by me.
If
New
I have
person
a
join the party, let's trauma dump.
if I have a vote,
Basically,
can you not?
if he wants to, I'm not stopping him.
Okay. So, are you all headed to Gianna's twin tower?
Ryder finds all the wine in the town that's still there.
Oh yeah, that.
Ah, yes.
They hit the fucking spot.
I mean, we're in Greece, so there's probably just a big ass barrel of wine somewhere. So he took.
I wonder if there are stakes.
He's just hauling a barrel of wine that is
I mean,
can
there's
do
a
it.
vampire,
At
so
this
there
point.
probably are stakes.
very hot.
Oh, I'm not too worried.
You all, some of you have prestidigitation. You can make it cold.
Yeah, but it probably spoiled if it's hot.
You can make it taste fine.
You can make it taste good.
You'll just make regret it later.
You'll get sick as fuck after though.
You're still
Ryder-
gonna shit bricks afterwards.
Ryder's from ancient Greece. Their wine was shit. So
That
this
is
is
true.
probably
The
better.
white had fucking lead in it.
Mercury.
Oh yeah.
So
At Gianna's, is there anything that you would like to do before the night comes and you finally are able to properly rest?
I would like to take a shower at Casa Gianna.
Let's say Edmund's actually gonna look at the
there's-
group, who I assume is gathered in the
In the saloon.
living area.
Gianna will not be there. She's in her room. Actually, she's in her photography development room.
Yeah, let me.
Well, I was going to offer this when we all reconvened, but it seems Gianna's made a decision to stay. I do have a trick that can get us back to a more civilized area if you guys want. Away from this destruction.
What, like right now?
Oh, yes, I can get us to nearly any of the other islands.
With the tower and everything?
Not the tower. No, that's very stationary. But I wasn't sure if we wanted to spend our time, our relaxing night in this destroyed city.
Jackson looks at the shower facility. Looks back.
As he looks back, Oliver goes into shower.
God fucking damn it.
I assume we're going to be heading back to, what is it, Paros?
Paros or Naxos?
Naxos.
I'll be heading back to Tinos at some point before I return to America.
Well, I mean more so just assuming when we head back to civilized ground.
We also have to stop by the Blackmore Cemetery on our way.
Oh yeah.
We also have to stay in Naxos so we can get paid. Remember that.
Oh yeah. Lots of things.
Also, Jim, you need to give me my updated list
Your updated list of what?
of people I need to murder.
My guy, your list doesn't change now. Now, actually, people are going to need to get into contact with you to give you contracts.
Oh,
We still have around
No, but I thought,
a week together.
it was the Lady of the Lake giving me contracts, no?
Nothing has showed up in your list.
So it's just a blank piece of paper now.
No, it still has all the things that you were supposed to do with Dagon.
Hmm.
And also your other contracts.
Hmm.
The ones that were given to you by normal people.
Unchanging, so what it was before.
If we all wish to stay here, then I can understand that.
I, for one, would rather enjoy going to civilization.
He says with a mouth full of wine.
I don't have a preference either way, as long as we do it quickly. If
I
we're
can
gonna
get us
do one
there
thing.
real quick.
The only thing is we would likely have to spend money on lodging. Though I wouldn't be opposed to that after today.
I mean, technically, you can still stay at the church with Woodrow.
Oh. I mean, I did
Yeah.
want to see Woodrow at some point to ask questions about other shadow side servants.
Oh yeah, I gotta finish my talk with Robin.
Ugh.
They're still there.
So then, are we interested in making our way over to Naxos to reconvene with Woodrow then?
Yeah.
Well, one of you can all go see if Gianna wants to join us.
I'll go.
Who wants to be
I
the
mean-
scapegoat?
I do
go.
not want to knock on her door again.
I mean, all things considered, I'm the fastest, so I can get over there. And besides, she
go.
can't really get angry at me. I'm me. And he just sort of glitters
Bitch.
away.
I do not want to go. Gianna always gets angry at me for absolutely no reason.
I guess I won't go.
Ryder's fast. Leave him alone. He got this.
Ryder can't escape the fireball before it occurs.
Ryder
Just
can
gonna
dodge
knock at the door
fireball.
and sprint and just sit down quickly like.
Here's
But
your
those spells that don't
evasion.
have dex saves.
Anyways, Ryder.
Riders don't have evasion.
Who says it's evasion?
Hmm.
He
thought it was
has
just on their
avoidance.
mouth
He
they had
has been
avoidance.
shown multiple times.
I thought it was just on their mouth they had avoidance.
He'd have to have a Eye of the Mind, one of them a high rank. I forget which one because I haven't looked at it in forever.
That's fair. Makes sense.
Ryder sort of materializes by the tower and sort of walks in completely. If there's any sort of wards on it, he walks in completely
No.
unimpeded,
No, there's no wards. It's meant for people to come in.
and he sort of. He quickly deduces wherever Gianna is and sort of knocks on the window on the door.
There's the very heavily sealed iron door that is very unlike the rest of the decor. It seems to be definitely more function than it is practicality to denote what it's for. Yes, can I help you?
I have a message from Edmund.
All right, what is it?
He can get us back. He can get you all back to Noxus rather fast, and he wonders if you would like to come.
Right now?
Basically, I imagine you guys don't want to stay the night here.
After I've already.
Hey, you're the one who ran off.
She could just. Probably from right, he just feels the eye holes being bored into the wall in his direction.
Or if
I'll
you
be
wish.
down in a few minutes.
All right. If you need anyone to talk to, I have quite the ear and quite the closed mouth. And then he glitters away.
Probably hear grumbling under her breath. I'll say what I want to. Don't you backsass me.
Gia.
You mean Gabriella?
Yeah, both. She'll finish developing the photo, the one photo that she started, and then go reconvene with everybody else.
Okay.
So the one thing I can say is what Edmund has done is found a living, standing tree somewhere, probably a distance away from the firebomb,
Mm-hmm.
and is preparing to cast transport via plants.
Nice. Okay. So you all watch as a tree kind of starts to split open in the middle with wood creaking sounds. And as you look through this middle part that starts to appear, you can see the other side of a different tree in a different place.
You would have placed it probably a little bit out of Noxus just to avoid the whole civilians issue.
Yep.
Well, do hurry on. This spell does not last very long, he says, immediately crossing the way.
Ryder sort of motions for everyone else to go after him.
John will trot in.
Platform 9 3/4 then.
That has been made yet.
I wasn't gonna say anything.
I didn't say that out loud. That was me, not Oliver. Oliver doesn't talk in a British accent, in a faux British accent. Follow.
You all cross. And oh god. Okay. I don't know why I got a notification out of nowhere, but okay. You all cross and arrive somewhere outside Naxos. The town, not the island. The transportation doesn't have any toll in your body, you don't feel sick. You feel as if you had just simply taken a few steps. And there you are.
Handy little spell.
It's got a couple restrictions here and there, but for something like this, it's very useful.
Why couldn't we have done this on the way in?
That would be one of the restrictions.
I got you.
I to not go into too much. I need to know the other side, so to say.
I see.
Can't go anywhere I've not been.
Rare to see teleportation magics.
But anyway, I do think we're all very tired. So, shall we
Yes.
go find our places to rest?
I think that's a good idea.
You all
Yes.
are gonna head to the church.
Sure.
Yeah.
Start, I guess.
And I will be right back. Sorry.
Go ahead.
Can't wait for the church to be on flames.
Oh God, please
in the
don't. No.
church.
No.
GM, no.
Arrive at the
Yeah.
church. There is no church. End of campaign.
There's no
What church?
church. Nexus is burned to the ground.
No, like, what church? False Hydra.
We're gonna go find our friend Woodrow. Who?
The false Hydra ate the church.
It's just like, ow.
False Hydras. The monster that, once you know about it, never works again.
Yeah.
Which is very fitting.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But yeah, you make your way to the church. When you arrive, Woodrow is not there. Because I don't know if y'all remember, but when you were leaving to go fight, Woodrow was taking the child named Artoria back to her hometown.
Saber's gonna have a fit when he finds out.
Oh, really?
No, I wouldn't know about. I don't know about that.
I'm not gonna tell him. You're gonna be the one.
Why do I gotta tell him everything?
I mean,
Well,
right?
he's your servant.
Well,
He's your servant too?
I could always tell him.
Well, not it.
Well, fuck you.
He did say not it.
Bastard.
I will do this as the last time I will ever get to roll this for forever. Whatcha?
One last step.
You don't have any more uses?
That was a one and done thing.
Oh, fuck.
He summoned it for the fight. When he saw the threat, he decided to unthreatify the threat.
Oh, shit.
Oh, fuck. I'm sorry, boyo.
Oh, don't worry about it. I described it disintegrating, so.
Damn.
I just kind of figured it disintegrated in the same way that servants like just glimmer away.
Well,
I-
yeah, I figured you were
He,
gonna use it
he
again. Like,
specifically said it does not do the things the servant do.
I specifically said it doesn't glitter away like how a rider usually does. It disintegrates into
Oh.
ashes.
Fook.
shit.
But yes, you have to wait until the next day for Woodrow to return. Is there anything that you would like to do? Anything that you would like to converse before we reach Woodrow?
Yes, I would like to talk to Robin
Oh, yes.
about the things we were gonna talk about before.
I do not remember. Please refresh my mind.
It was the story about how we met the Lady of the Lake, and we just kind of dumped it on her.
Oh, and how you fixed yourself, yes.
We dumped the fact on her, just like, okay, now we gotta leave. Bye.
Yes. You do have a conversation with her, explaining all that happened.
Does Oliver want to be there? Or does he still hate her?
Hmm?
Do you still hate Robin, or do you want to be present for this?
If you ask Oliver to be there, he will be there, but he does not very much relish being in the presence of people who think of him as an abomination. No.
Fine. I guess you're not there.
Mm-hmm.
Bro,
Yes.
hold it under no pressure.
Continue.
But yes, you do talk, you do speak, you present your situation to her and explain why you are no longer cursed or possessed or whatever it was.
And that's how I'm no longer possessed by Satan.
Only smaller Satan.
No, shut up. She's not even a pagan entity.
Listen,
course
a
he is.
lower S Satan. Lower
She's
S
not.
Satan.
She's very.
She's very much pagan.
No.
What the?
She is not Christ, therefore pagan.
Yes.
It doesn't work like that.
Yes, it does.
Of course it does.
Haven't you heard of the Inquisition?
Actually,
I didn't expect them to be brought up.
Because no one expects
Nobody expects.
But yes, the night passes, the day passes. You all. Oh wait, yes, of course, because that also happens. It was the last island. You completed the thing.
yeah.
Level up again.
Yay!
Level
Let's go.
And I get to not be exhausted.
It's true. Let me long rest all of you.
Let's fucking go.
Let's
Anyways, go exhaust
I get
yourself
to pick
again.
I get
For
to pick
free?
a new spell. Yes. Chaos,
Now,
let's go.
Only I remembered what the hell I wanted to do when I leveled up.
I do
It's
not remember
time to 6
anything.
p.m. and
Oh gosh, it's a
Wait.
feat level.
I don't level up, do I?
you do.
I do?
Why wouldn't you?
I don't know. We said we were gonna normalize it at some point, no? Or am I
I
still
don't
gonna
know.
be a level?
I don't remember that.
Well, I was hoping you did, because I don't remember that either.
There we go. It's been resolved.
I think GM is giving you a free pass, boyo.
God fucking damn it.
That also means that both Ryder and Saber level up as well.
Nice.
And he rolls max on all dice.
It's true.
Let's see. I get an invocation. Are we doing 2024? Are we like converting this to 2024, or am I leveling up as of 2014?
At least no.
That will be done separately and between campaigns.
Okay, so I'm leveling up as of 2014. So let me
No.
pull up. No. Oh,
We'll discuss character by character basis, player by player basis, but there's no need to do
Okay.
We
anything.
have a level.
There's no need to
Oh,
do
okay.
anything about it now.
thank God, because I don't remember what the hell I wanted to do.
We feel stronger, but we don't get anything from it.
I am
You got
okay with
HP.
this.
That's it.
I want you
I
guys
don't-
to understand. I don't get jack shit at all.
It's a
Oh.
it's a feat level for so
Why don't you get jack shit?
Because he's a
Guys, I'm a
servant.
You're
servant.
a servant.
He only
Oh.
gets HP.
That's it.
You get HP though.
HP
NHD,
and
that's
dice.
something.
Yeah.
I don't even remember what Magus gives me. Hold on.
I think Saber needs to level up once more before he can attack 4 times, yeah.
Ooh, I get a Magecraft.
But yes, before you all look at that, let's wrap this up. You wait until the next day, which, coincidentally, it is kind of hard to sleep because, you know, it's a New Year's Eve.
Oh, it is.
So
Were fireworks a thing back then?
Yes.
fireworks were invented in China
Oh yeah.
very
Were-
far
were they
away,
used-
very long ago.
Were they
No,
used
I'm not
frequently?
saying- I'm not saying fireworks weren't invented. I'm saying the tradition of shooting fireworks.
I can look that up right now.
Do it.
Oh,
Well, if there's partying to be had, Gianna is probably ass over tea kettle somewhere in an alley, drunk as shit.
Huh?
Okay.
Excuse you? What the fuck did you just say?
Ass
Ass
over tea
Over
kettle.
tea kettle.
That's the
there were freaking firework festival shit. They happened. They really got popular during the 1800s.
So yes,
Like the
there were
18th century.
fireworks.
Oh. I mean, I guess you know what? You know what helps with drinking during a fireworks? Yeah, sorry, I don't know how to words. Yes, drinking lets you sleep during fireworks. Yes, that's what I meant to say.
Yes.
So pass that bottle over, Oliver.
There was just a flask, friendo, and we had that back over there.
The one I gave you for Christmas.
I think there's still half of that left. Sure. Here you go, buddy.
Here we go. We're gonna drink the rest of the thing.
Oliver will not be sleeping during the fireworks. He will actually cast the fly spell and get front row seats, along with anybody else who wants to watch them from.
Ooh,
Ryder is
I
on
might
the
postpone my sleeping for that.
Ryder is sitting on the sort of lying on the steeple, sort of wine bottle in hand.
I wonder how Oliver flies while drunk. That should be interesting.
Now,
He
since
zigzags.
since we're flying and it's nighttime, I have to ask: is there an airplane in the sky, Jim?
Gotta stab it once for Jiro.
Yeah, right?
Yes.
Not gonna lie, if Oliver was drunk enough, he totally would. You know, when you
Yes.
pour the alcohol on the floor and you go one for me and one for my dead homies, he'd stab an airplane for Jiro.
Yes. Hold on. You said yes.
This is the
Yes.
kind of and
There's an airplane in the sky.
Oliver, I have
Ryder?
a business proposition.
Ryder would totally be providing everyone with enough drinks to get absolutely sloshed.
No
I have
fucking way.
I have a business proposal.
Ryder's from Greece. Think about it.
Gianna would also be flying and trying to actively stop you. If you start wandering off to go fly after a plane, she will stop you.
Jackson will,
They start wandering.
Jackson will just drunkenly stumble in the air while you're holding him. Like, no, let me go. I gotta go stab that plane.
And while you're holding Jackson, Oliver actually goes.
No.
A mage hand will grab your collar and keep you in place as well. Not that it's gonna
No.
stop you, but
That 5 pounds of force.
it might tilt him a little.
He's fighting you, but he's not going anywhere. It's like, no, let me go. You don't understand.
Oliver
Jackson and his 5 pounds of strength.
Oliver casts minor illusion and chucks a sword at the airplane and has it disintegrate into fireworks.
No. Well, you see, he's stronger than Gianna, but they're flying. He can't leverage any of his strength.
You just know somebody's trying to stop him.
I'm not trying to stop him. I'm trying to go stab the plane.
I'm just picturing all this chaos in the air, and then Ijika and Edmund are just drinking tea. Perfectly normal on the
Are you
ground.
actually gonna try to disintegrate the fucking airplane?
Well, I don't think we wanted to disintegrate it. We just wanted to stab it a little.
No, I mean, you're the one who said disintegrate.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't say disintegrate. I said I used minor illusion to stab it with the
Oh.
fake sword, and then I explode the sword into fireworks. Illusory
That-
fireworks. I don't want to
Jackson might-
disintegrate and kill everybody on board. Are you crazy?
Jackson might actually fall for that.
Oh God.
How close are you getting to the plane?
I don't know.
Not close enough.
I don't know. Gianna like held him back, so
I mean, yeah.
If they start to like go very far away, then they're not close enough for an altitude of a plane.
Ryder is definitely
Jackson
keeping an
just
eye
sees
on
the
them.
plane disintegrate into fireworks, and he just turns, Oliver, you fucking insane!
On
I
the-
stabbed the plane.
We were gonna stab the plane, not fucking destroy it.
On the ground, inside, where there is tea drinking, Saber materializes to Edmund and Ichika. Excuse me. Are my masters always like this?
Sadly so.
And I'd honestly keep them away from any alcohol. That should do you good.
Saber.
Oliver is serious when he needs to be. Jackson, less so.
Saber sits down, completely defeated.
I will have
Oh,
you know,
pobrecito.
Please.
I will have you know I am serious when I need to be.
And he just
No.
says to Edmund, please, pass me a glass.
Edmund would pass it over.
If Saber like mentions his we're gonna have to make changes. I feel bad for him.
What do you mean we're gonna have to make changes?
I don't want him to feel like I don't know.
Ashamed.
Well, I'm sorry that he doesn't like.
You know, have
having
a very
fun.
disappointed dad.
I know it feels bad, but I don't know about it yet.
Ryder sort of glitters into existence on, like, I guess the chair opposite of Saber.
I mean, isn't servant information master information from here on out?
I mean, yes,
Not
that's why
Yes.
he's asking.
So I think you would. I mean, unless he's trying to hide it, I think you would be very poignantly reminded of his
His
disappointment. In you.
Oh yes, I suppose I would be. So Oliver was happy. Now Oliver is sad.
Jackson will just like sort of like put his hand on Oliver's shoulders, like, no, we gotta fuck. We
gotta fuck?
gotta-
No.
No, he just like sort of stumbles on his words as he
Language.
stumbles in the sky. We gotta cheer him up a little.
That one was for Jiro.
Yes, but Saber's sad. We gotta fix that.
Somehow, I
Just
think
get him
that
some flowers or something. That always cheers me up.
somehow I think that if we were to go see him, that would only make him sadder right now. Maybe we should just retire for the night.
Just, Barb, can you give Saber a cookie?
Give him a cookie. He would love the cookie.
He's sort of like leaning into you now as he hugs you. He's sort of like starting to go to sleep in the middle of the air. Give
These
him a
very, very stale
cookie,
things that Jackson has.
Yes.
He's very what?
The
These very stale
cookies.
things.
Not. I'll have you know, the cookies are not stale.
I feel like they'd be
Would be
weeks
by now.
old.
They are a few days old at
Mhm.
most, okay?
When was the last time you got some?
They're not very crunchy anymore. They're kind of chewy because they've had time to get some water in them. But they're still perfectly edible cookies. They're
Like,
just
they got some
Sure.
water in them.
More like
they got
brownies
some
at
fire
this
in
point.
them.
After a while Ichika, Edmund, and Saber are drinking, Burb flies in through a window.
With his little cloak.
He just deposits
backpack.
the cookie on Saber's hand. Saber grabs the cookie, gently taps it on the tea, drinks it. Drinks the tea, eats the cookie. Well, the recipe could use some work, but thank you.
Is Jackson actually falling asleep or no?
He's if you don't do anything, he's gonna fall asleep in your arms, and then he's gonna stop concentrating on the spell, and then he's gonna fall.
Well, he's not the one concentrating, Oliver is, so I suppose it's okay.
Oh,
Actually, what happens? I'm curious. So you cast a fly spell on another person, and they fall unconscious. Do they just float?
They drop.
They
It's
drop?
magical. Well, it's magical flying, so
Yeah,
Okay.
they
the
just
magical flying you don't need to.
they just kind of stand there.
Yeah.
Okay, so they just kind of hover. That's what I thought. Gianna is there with us, right?
Yeah.
What do you say you help me get him to bed? Oliver's tone kind of turns very sober. He's still obviously very drunk, the smell of like hard liquor on his breath, but he gets kind of serious.
Fine. We should do that, yeah.
I'm gonna feel like shit tomorrow. That was worth it.
Yes, it was. So I guess we start touching down gently, and I guess we'll go put Jackson to bed and join everybody else, I suppose.
As you all, I guess if you guys, Ryder like disappears for maybe like a half hour, it comes back holding holding a couple platters, like big ass platters of what looks to be lamb ribs.
Ooh, yum.
Fuck yeah.
He killed some of the town's sheep.
He just
Oh, yeah.
stole the food.
Ryder doesn't care. He's the king of Athens.
He is quite literally stealing food, yes.
I'm Rick James, bitch!
I'm not stealing. This is tax.
This is taxes. And he sort of deposits it on, I guess, if there's a table to be found,
Mm-hmm.
he puts it like a large enough like dining table. He sort of sets it down. There's like, I imagine there's and there's some sort of like for like dipping the there's like a cheese dressing for like dipping the lamb, like the lamb ribs, and you know like there's a
The
whole bunch
lamb
of-
sauce.
Yeah,
You
those
can't
sort
forget the
of
lamb
things.
sauce.
Yeah, like there's
Is there hummus?
You don't want dry lamb.
Yeah, like there's all the stuff you would
Where's the
expect from
lamb sauce?
all the sort of stuff you would expect from like a Greek, like
So we have hummus, we have tzatziki sauce, we have Kalamata olives, we have all the fixings.
I hate those olives.
Why? They're so good. The feta cheese and the olives.
They're,
Ugh.
they're too.
No.
Yeah, they're too strong. They're also bitter. I can't stand bitters.
They're so good.
there's
I
also
hate
like
olives.
there's also like pita bread and like stuff to make like those wraps. I don't remember what they're called.
Gyros?
Yeah, gyros.
Yeah,
gyro.
that was
I've
a good
actually-
time.
I've actually had a gyro before, and because it was like a fast food one, I doubt it was anything close. But it was no.
Oh yeah. That-
If you ever come down to Florida, well, not gyros, but if you want to have good Mediterranean food,
No, I'd melt.
Oh. you go to Rice Mediterranean Kitchen.
There's I don't remember what time of year it is, but around here there's a Greek festival that happens at the Greek Orthodox Church. Oh, man,
nice.
that shit's delicious.
I can
The only real food we have up here is German, Polish,
Yeah, I
Eastern
know.
European based.
I lived pretty close to where Neox used to lives right now, and like yeah, it's all like sausages and and beer.
Mm.
That's delicious.
We got Nephilim and borscht.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, to wrap it all up, you dine like kings and queens for one last time in the year of 1930 before the clock dings midnight and a new year starts. Slowly but surely you head to bed. Prepare yourselves for the next year. A year of preparation. A year of discovery. A year of reconnection for some of you. And with that, and the expectations that precede such an event, I'd like to do one last scene when everyone else is asleep. Saber would like to talk to Ryder somewhere outside during the breeze.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Saber would have called upon you after making sure that everyone was properly asleep and not dying. He sits down at the steps of the church, looking out into the empty streets. It must be 3, almost 4 a.m. And he says to you, much has changed, hasn't it?
Indeed. A lot has changed. Although, for me, probably more than for you, but still, quite a bit.
Yes, and to be in your own homeland must be quite interesting to see how everything is so different.
It is an odd feeling to be back on this island. I did some of the worst things I ever could have on this isle.
He nods, says, none of us are free of so-called sin. Even the most noble knights had their moments.
Well, all except Galahad.
Ah, yes, the perfect example of a knight. But it seems that we have been called upon this time to fight each other. Unfortunately.
So it seems.
I wish
But
that
I want you to know.
Go ahead.
I want you to understand something. I will not let you stop me from getting my wish.
He smiles. It would be a great honor to be able to do so.
The only person to ever actually stop me in my tracks is long dead.
His smile continues but diminishes a bit. I do hope that for our master's sake, we are the last ones remaining.
I hope so as well.
I don't know how much you know, but betrayal is something that is very much present in both of our stories, I presume.
Indeed. I know betrayal.
I hope that we can avoid that disgusting feeling once more.
I agree.
What I propose to you is a truce until we are able to fight for our wish. 1 versus 1.
I'm fine with this agreement.
I know that I'm not the level of a Greek hero, but I would love to be able to at least try.
All one can do is try to keep up. I've had that feeling myself.
He smiles. Yes, there are some names that, no matter what, will reach our ears when we are summoned. The throne does have its favorites.
Indeed. Let's just hope that they don't summon some of the scary ones.
Sorry, that was me killing a fly that landed on me.
Didn't hear it. But yeah.
He smiles. As long as my master's alive, I don't think anything will scare me.
You just say that until you're facing Heracles. That is an existence no one can stand up to.
He smiles. Oh, that is one of the names that the Grail made sure that we all knew, isn't it?
Ryder closes his eyes. It's one thing to hear about him, it's another thing to see it in action.
Were you close to Heracles?
Some could say I was the second coming, but I disagree. Yes, I knew him. I fought with him. At one point, fought against him. All the same, he was a comrade and a friend.
He nods. I faced many of my comrades in battle. I understand the feeling. And for our sake, I hope the king isn't summoned.
Ryder sort of rolls his shoulders back, you know, like how you sort of like a stretchy way, like, you know, sort of how you sort of stretch back your shoulders back. Indeed, I would rather not feel the wrath of Excalibur.
I've only seen it used once. It is something that should not be used against our fellow men.
Let's also hope they would not be summoned with Marmaduice. That's on a tier even higher than
Excalibur. I saw the Marmudois used once, and I never want to see that used again.
That is Hercules' bow?
Sword.
Sword, yeah.
Eventually it was passed down to King Royance, and then Arthur took it after they defeated Royance, and it is said to be of a tier greater than Excalibur.
He nods. That I have not seen. The king never saw an opportunity that Excalibur couldn't deal with.
Mom sort of shrugs one shoulder. Another way, fighting either Heracles or the king would be disastrous, not only for us, but for the world around us, because once they let loose, things start breaking.
He smiles. Yes. If we are indeed faced against such powerful heroes, I am afraid that our truce and our little duel will have to wait for another war.
Take care of your little duo. It looks like they'll need guidance.
Oh, yes. Your master is Edmund, am I correct?
Indeed. He is quite capable from what little I've seen of him so far.
He seems to be a great mage. From what I saw of his healing capabilities. Very few of my time were able to do that.
In truth, I've seen better, but that's because they were exceptional. Rather than anything else.
We're much closer to the gods.
I have the blood of gods running through me, trust me, I know.
Make sure not to let him know. Or if you do so, do it in a, can I say, a positive manner. I don't want our masters to be bothered with us, do we?
I imagine seems they're all quite close anyways. I don't think they'll be bothering with each other.
Not. It seems they will have a year mostly apart from each other from the prior conversations that our masters had. I hope that when we meet again, we will remember our agreement here on this night.
I have a long memory. Don't worry.
He nods. If this is the last time that we have a moment to chat before the war, I wish you good luck. Even if you are seemingly more prepared than I am.
It's all a matter of having the right mindset. And besides, my masters were lucky to have me summoned. This area is my stomping ground.
Oh yes. I wonder how much stronger I would be, he says, looking down at his closed fist, had I been summoned in Britain. You have a clear advantage here.
Indeed, I've a sense for your statistics, and to say the least, I'm a little disappointed.
I'm gonna kick your ass.
He smiles. Oh, don't worry about that. I have some tricks.
Indeed, I imagine every servant has a little bag of one.
I may not reach your level, Ryder. I am no hero. But do not underestimate me.
I will not. In a way, you are a hero. You're the one who closed the book on the Vulgate cycle.
He smiles. He stands up, cracks his back. Well then, some of them may be waking up soon. I think it's time we head inside.
I'll see about getting them breakfast. You worry about, I don't know, making sure they brush their teeth or something. And he disappears.
Saber smiles and gives one last look to the night sky before heading back into the church. And with that, my friends, after 4 years, we close the book on Campaign 1 of Fate, Forgotten Isles.
Hell
Hey yo.
We did it.
Nice.
We lived.
We lived.
Mostly.
I hope you all are excited for part 2 whenever it comes.
Very much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so that we have some time to talk, I will be closing off the stream. So see you all next time, probably doing something different.
Bye.